one not a player, one person I want to mention in particular, Sarina Wiegman, who's the
Mhm.
coach of this English national team. So she's managed in 4 major international tournaments and has reached the final every single time. So for context, Euro 2017, she was the winner. World Cup 2019 runner-up, which was with the Netherlands both times. Euro 2022 winner with England, and now she has the potential to win the World Cup here with England. So her track record, you have to assume, you can't argue this at all. She's the number one manager in women's football. Like,
Yeah,
this is an impressive stat. I mean, 4 major finals that
amazing.
you're every single time you're managing a team to be able to get to that point, you're doing something right. And you know that she has to be creating this. We kind of talked about Vilda, like where his team's doing all of their work on the pitch, but off the pitch, you know that there's a lot going wrong. Where
Mhm.
she has a team that's handling their business on the pitch, and you know that there's also a lot of camaraderie and
Yeah.
respect and chemistry off the pitch. So this is where I also think about, like I said earlier in the show, Spain versus England. uh, these are two very talented sides, but you mentioned the word togetherness, which I think sums up what I was trying to say perfectly. England is a team of togetherness, where I think
Mhm.
Spain has a lot of toxicity and drama going on behind the scenes, which
Yeah.
I hope doesn't affect them in this final. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to give a massive shout out to Wiegman and what she's doing. And personally, if I'm the US women's national team program, I'm looking at her and only her to save the US
Mhm.
women's national team in whatever their next goal and venture may be.
Yeah. Oh, whenever I think about her and I just see her on there, I get chills almost. Like she's the ultimate football girl boss.
I
Truly,
know.
she's won FIFA's best manager multiple times. And I saw a Instagram post from the Gist, so I haven't fact checked this, but that she's really only lost like one major international match ever. And that was when like runners up, of course.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
when you think about that, like that is an outstanding achievement. She deserves way more respect. She is classy in her management speech and her PR.
Yep.
Like, just the respect and love she has for every single person, not just on the team, but you see how she interacts with her management. I've even heard stories behind the scenes of like how she treats even people like interns out just outstandingly. So I think it's again a whole culture that they've created, like of togetherness, of respect, of mutual support, and that it's mentality. We've talked about that this whole tournament. That goes on, and it really plays a role. I think a lot of people think you just have to be the best football player, and while that obviously plays a role, it's not the whole part of the game either.
No.
It's not 100% of the game.
So she's now the first coach to lead 2 nations to a World Cup final, which shows she's making history.
Mhm.
And, we talk a lot about how players are accountable for their performance and the team's accountable for their performance when they play, but managers play a very important role too, right? Like,
Yeah.
you talk about how Wiegman off the pitch handles herself with class and integrity, and a lot of positive things are said about her. That, as a former player, I'm telling you right now, when I have a manager like that, that makes me feel like at ease. Like, okay,
Yeah.
if shit were to hit the fan or if something happened, our manager, one, has our backs, and two, knows how to handle it
Yep.
properly, where it's not going to now come on our shoulders where we have to deal with a lot of the drama. We kind of saw that a little bit with Ireland and their
Mhm.
manager. There was also a lot of drama going on there,
Yeah.
but I have to really, really give a shout out to Wiegman and what she's been doing, because again, if your track record is that, which is hers, and it's the best track record in
Mhm.
women's football, then she knows what she's doing, and
Yep.
this English national team's probably at peace. And now the only thing they're thinking about going into this final is, let's make history, let's do this, let's go back to back.
Mhm.
Where, like I said, a Spain might be dealing with a dumb comment from Vilda,
Totally.
or an unnecessary situation, which again, we're not exposed to that type of knowledge, but you'd have to wonder, if Proteus is slapping his hand away,
Mhm.
what's going on?
Yeah.
So I think that England, the word togetherness is perfect. They're peaking at the right time. They dismantled Australia. They have one game left to get the job done.
Oh,
And I think that they will be able to do it. I'm putting in my prediction. I'm locking it in right now. England's
Mhm.
gonna go back to back, winning the Euro and the World Cup, and
Mhm.
Wiegman's gonna make even more history.
Yeah, I think so too. Well, I think so. I think so. I hope so. I see the words coming on the screen of Caroline jinxed it for the people can't see it. That
Jinx
makes
isn't
sense.
real.
Oh, that was good. But oh, I would just love to see that for this, English team, these Lionesses. They deserve it. I'm not saying other teams don't deserve it, but I just have this feeling that it's their moment, and what an accomplishment that would be. This team again, they're just wonderful. They're beautiful, and I just hope that, yeah, beautiful to watch, beautiful people. It's so exciting. And but on the other hand, of course, hope all of these things get dealt with. But you talk about US maybe wanting to look to her to pinch. No, I want her to stay
Of
with
course you do,
with
yeah.
England. And it's like it's the same for, the Premier League. It's like, as people know, I'm a City fan, and people are talking about when's Pep Guardiola gonna leave, and I'm like, never, never.
I feel like Pep wants to be a City legend. I don't think you have anything to worry
Oh
about.
gosh, no, no. There's word on the street he'll do international, so maybe he'll coach the Spanish women's team. Who knows?
Maybe, who knows?